What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over our client success strategy, how we onboard clients smooth, set the right expectations, and then how we retain them long term and get retention referrals and reviews and stuff like that. Let me turn my do not disturb on, share my screen, pop this document up, and let's rock. All right, cool. So we already went over this stuff, North Star vision, kind of an overview of aligning to their deep desires, serving them, building trust, and really being their back end team, focusing on the 80-20 principle, 20% phone calls with clients, pressing the green launch button. Those are really pushing 80% of the results and 80% of the posting on social media or responding to emails or going back and forth with clients on how an ad should look. That's 80% garbage. And really the 20% of talking on the phone, connecting with clients, and the 20% of actually launching new ads and launching new campaigns and doing actions creates 80% of the results that gets them to stay long term. So understanding that. Customer experience, we talked about customer experiences like Apple, going to an Apple store or buying an Apple product, the unboxing. We talked about the Domino's pizza tracker, the status bar, and how we want our team to be like the status bar, where it's, hey, Mario's putting your pizza in the oven and Luigi's delivering it, whatever it's going to be. And it's really satisfying to have that customer experience. Carvana is another example where it's ease of access, it's simple, it's easy. So we want to replicate and think great customer experience. This is what Amazon has absolutely crushed with. Amazon will literally deliver my groceries to my door. They'll deliver, I can see something on Amazon and click it and have it at my house the same exact day. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. So that's another. Jeff Bezos is a huge proponent of customer experience, and you can see that totally through how they've modeled Amazon. So look at things like that for customer experience and wanting to replicate and give our customers a great experience. 3 pillars of success. This gives you an idea, but the general consensus of what we do for our clients on a very large scale is we run paid ads, so social media ads, and some pay-per-click, Google and stuff like that too. And then we do automated follow-up structures through Shift CRM, aka Go High Level, which we've already created out to have 90+ day SMS and email sequences already scripted and different flows and proven tactics and everything like that. So we install that automated follow-up system to them. And then also we help manage their database and reactivate their database. So getting back in touch with the leads that we missed and getting back in touch with the no-show appointments. All right, so that's a recap of what we went over. And of course, the North Star vision too is keeping the most important thing, which is what our clients care about. And that's their main goals, their vision, the idea that they have to make a bigger picture, a bigger impact, to retire, to spend more time with their family, to buy a beach house and wherever, that kind of thing. That's what your clients really want, and that's what our clients really want. So bridging the gap between where they are to where they want to go is super, super essential. All right, so expectation setting. What is this? Sorry, let me just see. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure that I had the right link. And let me just double check something. Okay, cool. It's the same link. All right, cool. Just wanted to check something. Sorry, guys. Okay, so with that being said, as far as expectation setting, what we do and don't do, everything is in this agreement right here. This is our essentially our offer stack plus service level breakdown. So everything that we do for our clients is right here, and then all the terms, conditions, everything like that, everything we need from them, everything they need from us. So make sure that you study this, make sure that you know this well, and make sure that you have a general idea of how things work. That's going to help a ton, especially with the additional services that we provide. So what we do is all listed in here. And what we don't do is, I'm going to go over that now. So avoiding scope creep. Scope creep tends to happen when a client doesn't have full trust in us, so they want to control the process. We can't allow this, guys. We can't allow this. We have to always be carrying the reins. We have to always be the captain of the ship, and we have to be keeping the I'm trying to think of what the name is for them. the crew. We have to keep the crew at ease. We have to keep the crew doing their part, but not trying to impede on what the captain wants to do in terms of steering the ship. Right. So we have to make sure that they know that we have a clear vision and that we have clear expectations of what we're going to do. So what we do, we launch one primary campaign for all of our clients. And then in addition to that, we can launch secondary campaigns. We can stack things on. We don't have any problem doing that. But what we're not going to do is go back and forth over design multiple times, spending a bunch of time fine tuning funnels, building out complex graphics, logos, things like that take a lot of back and forth. What we're going to do is we're going to try to install the service that they paid for, and that's it. So that is all broken down here in the SLA. So make sure that you review that so that that is very clear. Setting the clear expectations with clients is so important. We have to set the clear expectation that, hey, all we can do is bring people to you. We can bring awareness to your business. We can get people on the phone with you. We can get people booking appointments with you, but there's only so much marketing can do before sales has to step in. And we have to look at what sales is doing, because we can't force someone to buy. We can't force someone to buy with you. We can't force your team to follow up with the leads perfectly and give people a good customer experience. So we need to make sure we're setting clear expectations with our clients so they know that, hey, we're not in Texas selling the cars for you. If we were going to, do that, we would just open a car dealership ourselves. So we need to just set that clear expectation from the jump and make sure that they fully are clear on what they need to do versus what we need to do. Okay, so no people pleasing. Look, we deliver the service and the deliverables are what matter the most. When it comes to contracts and agreement, making sure that we get the deliverables done, which in this agreement, it's literally these things right here. Making sure those deliverables are done is so important. And then all the terms and conditions around that. So our main deliverables, really what this boils down to, is the meta ad system, which we do the strategy and all that. The automated marketing system, the online calendar system, ad system, software, support. I mean, guys, what this literally boils down to is what we spoke about at the beginning of this call. Database reactivation, paid ads, database reactivation and follow-up, database management, automated follow-up, and then the only other things in here is like tracking, support, and like coaching. What else is there? I guess landing pages, which kind of ties into paid ads. But so there's different things that actually break down into that, but that's essentially what we're offering as a deliverable at the high level. We need to make sure that we're delivering those things and providing that for them, and that's the best we can do according to their offer and everything like that. But when it comes to people pleasing, when they're like, hey, can you guys do this or that and this, it's like to a certain extent we're always service minded, wanting to serve our clients. But we have to make sure it's not just like somebody says, for example, hey, I don't want to use Slack. Will you email me all the ad drafts? And just by instinct, we're just like, yeah, no problem. When in reality, that's going to actually take a little bit of time out of what we're doing, and it dilutes the process a little bit. So in reality, we don't want to be doing that, right? So instead, we need to be firm. And instead of people pleasing, we need to be like, no, we have a process with this. We're using Slack, and this is the way it's going to go. And we don't never want to argue. We never want to go back and forth. And if you need to elevate these kind of matters up to me or another manager, you can totally do that too. But yeah, so there's sales issues and marketing issues. We talked a little bit about that. Marketing issues are lead cost, bringing in the right type of intent leads. As far as quality goes, quality is debatable. Everybody's on social media. Everybody's seeing the ads. A mixture of leads is going to get broken up into there. So the fact that people think that it's like high quality leads, all are high quality or all are low quality, it's not like that. It's more in the middle. And the goal is to create a lot of friction points in the marketing process so that the leads are high intent. If somebody fills out a 15-step process and confirms things and writes things down, they're going to be higher intent, right? So keep that in mind. And guys, just know that not everyone will be successful. There's bad sandwich shops. There's this dentist that I went to that, he charged, $500 for x-rays and a cleaning, whatever. And then I wanted to move forward. I told him to send me information on braces and stuff like that. And you know, he never did. They never followed up. And then months later, I got a random call, and it was the person asking, you know, I guess following up finally. So that finally followed up months later, and then it was already too late. I had went somewhere else and things like that. So, and then I went to another spot that was a better vibe. They followed up one time and then never followed up again. So when that happens, you just get the feeling that people don't care. You know, like I feel like they don't really remember me. They're not really too invested in making sure that my specific needs are met. If they would have been like, oh, you need this and that, and oh, this is kind of unique, and we'll handle it like this and that, I would have been totally there, booked in already. But they didn't give me that confidence. They didn't give me that clarity. So I still need braces. I still need to go find another dentist. It's not that, you know, I don't have the need anymore. It's just that the places I've went in made me even like more like, I guess, apprehensive to even schedule in the first place. So keep that in mind. People have been ripped off. People have been, you know, ripped off by dealerships. People have been ripped off by, you know, different things. So when we're running these marketing campaigns and when we're talking with our clients, we need to keep that in mind for them. It's like, hey, yo, like, you know, people are have a preconceived notion about your business. And so you need to make sure that you guys are giving ample support, connecting with them, like doing their due diligence in order to make this successful. Imagine if you call into a store and the person's just rude to you. You're not going to want to go to that store. Like there's sandwich shops, you eat the sandwich and then it's not good and then you don't want to go back there. It's like there's some things that just will make people not successful, and the bell curve, there's just some people that just can't make anything successful. So that's just reality, guys. And we just need to be aware of that and know that, you know, we can't get too emotionally invested into making things so much better and doing everything we can for these people if they're not willing to do what they're supposed to do. So we're looking to help winners win more. We help winners win more. Okay. All right, guys. Another two analogies, or two quick analogies for clients to understand and what to share with clients. All right, so check this out. We have the garden analogy. Let me do some drawing on here too. Where's my little pad? Here it is. All right, cool. So let's do some drawing. All right, so we got a garden, right? And here's our dirt. Whoops. That's our dirt. And here is our grass on top of the dirt, you know, some grass. And also inside of the garden, there is weeds, lots of weeds. And there's also in the garden, there's bugs, lots of different things. But what we know is we know one thing about this soil. We know that this is some good soil. Okay, we got a good foundation. That's a good business. If somebody's a good business, if somebody's got a good foundation, they got good soil. So these are companies that have a lot of referrals, companies that have a lot of reviews. This is a super good indicator that they're a good company to work with because they're going to make anything successful, right? Okay, so here's what we want to think about when we're doing our advertising. So when we start running advertising, you know, there's a couple things that we got to keep in mind. So all we can do is we can come in here and we've got the foundation of the business, but there may be other things that we've got to consider. So all these weeds and all these bugs that are in here, you know, these could be like processes that weren't built out in the business or things that weren't addressed that are causing there to be issues with how the follow-up processes ran, how trackings ran, maybe the sales isn't on point. And sometimes those kind of issues can be like a crack in the foundation that ruin everything, right? So we have to, when we come in with these clients, we have to look and try to clear away as much as we can of preconceived notions of other agencies and how other follow-up processes work. And the only way someone's going to be open to adopting what we have is by us knowing what they have. So looking in their garden, seeing the strong points, seeing the weak points, knowing what we got to clear up. So bear with me. Once we clear everything out, we get their buy-in, they're willing to do more. You know, when we first launch campaigns, all we're doing is we are just going to be, how do I get my eraser off? Drop, there we go, boom. Nope. Okay, now. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be planting seeds, okay? So at first, with the marketing, we're planting seeds with the marketing system. Okay, we're trying out different offers, we're running different creatives, we're doing all these different things to get the soil. Even before that, we're preparing the soil. You know, we're writing the offers, we're getting the copy together, we're doing all these things. Then when we're actually pressing the green button and launching campaigns, we're actually taking a seed and it's fertilized, right? So we have a little plant. Okay. And once we have our little plant, you know, every day we're going to be looking into the ad account. We're going to be looking into the management. We're going to be doing all these different things on our end to water this plant, and we're going to be seeing it grow over time, right? As the business owner grows, as the, you know, as we put more money into it, which could be more seeds, could be more water, you know, as we keep this machine working, we're going to be gardening, we're going to be planting more plants, we're going to be getting everything going in this whole entire garden until eventually we're going to be able to take a harvest. But it takes time. There's different seasons. There's seasons of things being slow. There's seasons of, you know, a harvest. There's fall. There's dead seasons, you know, things like that. So, and also the bugs could come back. You know, the weeds can come back. You know, so we're going to be there watching over their garden and protecting it from these bugs and from these weeds. And we're going to be helping it grow. We're going to be putting the right fertilizer on it. But they have to understand that, you know, with what we're doing, it's not hunting where you just go and find, you know, an animal, take it out, harvest, and eat the fruit or eat the meat. No, this is something where we're going to plant seeds, water them, watch them grow, protect this garden, and then we're going to make a harvest. And then once we make our first harvest, we put more into the soil, we put more into the field, and we see it grow even more for the next season and the next harvest. And maybe we try a new type of plant. We got avocados, we got lemons, we got everything. Now we're harvesting all these different kind of things, all these different kind of leads. So our clients need to understand that there's a process, and the garden analogy is how I always like to see it, especially when people want to get results faster. You can't pick fruit that isn't ripe yet, right? So remember that analogy whenever you need to explain to a client. If things get a little froggy, you know, they're not really getting the process. They feel like, hey, you know, we put ads out, we should have, you know, meat on the table. And it's like, no, we're not going hunting here. We're not, you know, going and shooting something and butchering it and putting it right on the table. Like, that's not how this process works. This is, you know, this is seeding and farming and growing over time. All right. So hope that resonates with you guys as far as how to explain a marketing system to clients. And I will give you one more. So just imagine the client says, hey, you know, where nobody's buying. I'm not getting any sales, you know, nobody's bought yet. And it's like, okay, well, are you talking with people about it? Yeah, we're working some deals, but nobody's committed yet. Okay. And are you booking people? Have anybody came in? Yeah, a few people have came in, a lot of people have booked, but mostly people didn't show up. All right. And you know, what else have you guys tried, or what's the process look like? Oh, we're calling them once, but blah blah blah. It just seems like the people aren't interested. Okay, but you are talking with them, yeah, and they are booking, yeah, and they are confirming with you, yeah. So what's the thing that's stopping them from buying? Oh, it just seems like it's not the right time, or this or that, blah blah blah. Okay. So this is where I would insert the analogy. So I want to think about this. All right. You know, as far as pivoting and going a different direction entirely, or thinking the system's not working just because we haven't made a conversion yet, let's entertain an analogy, shall we? So if you think about, you know, let's say you go, you know, you go with your buddy out fishing, and when you're out fishing, you start throwing in some fishing lines, you start throwing in some, you know, some bait, trying to get something on the hook. and you're throwing, you sit in there and you got it in there and you're reeling it in and nothing's coming, nothing's coming, nothing's coming. You reeled in, you throw it back out there. Nothing's coming, nothing's coming, nothing's coming. So finally you pick it up, you throw it somewhere else, nothing's coming, nothing's coming. And then finally you get a little nibble. Doo, doo. Oh, I feel it right here. What are you going to do? Are you going to pull it out and throw it in another area? No, you're going to stay right there, right? Real slow, feel another nibble, boom, boom. Okay, you start reeling it in. You're reeling it in. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Boom, it escapes. The line goes, the slack is in the line. You're reeling it in all fast. Shoot, lost my hook, lost my bait, right? It took the bait. Okay, so you lost that deal. You lost that fish. So what do? You throw it in about that same area where we almost caught a fish before, and we wait for another bite. And this time when the bite comes, we reel it in a little better, reel it in a little faster. We get it up, we grab the fish, we caught it, boom, we got it. But look at how many recorrections we had to take. Look at how many lines we had to throw in. Look at how many bites we had. Look at how we almost caught a fish, but we lost it. That's what it's going to be like working leads and deals, especially from online leads. And the way that this stuff works, I mean, I would even go as far as to say, like, it's almost like setting up, like traps too, because some of the people that don't convert with you right away, that, bit your hook at one point, they're going to get a taste for it and they're going to come back around at a different point. So like the marketing you do in month 1, you could have somebody that's got a 60-day buying cycle that comes over into month 3 or month 4 that saw your ad in month 1. Like, people always want things instant, fast, fast, fast. And we have to correct that with our clients so that they can think about things in a more rational and understanding way, where they understand, okay, actually, this does make sense. I should be looking at this on a 3-month, to 1 year prototype, right? So keep that in mind. Those are 2 great analogies to help our clients understand things. And I'm going to also share those analogies with our clients. Whoops, let me get out of drawing mode. All right, guys. So I hope this is helping as far as everything goes there. Let's keep going into this. That's a lot about expectation setting and talking over with the clients. Now let's go over our core values, what we do and what's important to us. Because I said, kind of how we want to keep ourselves protected from avoiding scope creep and things like that. But I want to show what we do and how we serve. All right. So core value 1, to always give a great customer experience and great customer service. Always give them a good experience with us and great customer service. Okay, that goes for itself, and that's what we're talking about today as well. To take initiative, F perfect. Done is better than perfect. Done is always better than perfect. We can get caught up making things way more complicated than they need to be. F perfect, get it done, take initiative. We always take initiative. We go for it, we take initiative, we're innovating. Always be honest and transparent. There's no reason to hide things from the clients or beat around the bush. There is a lot of things we want to make sure we frame in a certain way that builds things up in their benefit and in alignment with their goals. But we want to be honest and transparent about what we can do, what we can't do, what we can make happen, what we can control, and this type of thing. And they'll appreciate us more for that. If you don't know how to be honest about something, or maybe you don't know how to be transparent about something, don't hesitate to ask. We don't mind helping out the team and talking over things and coming together with that stuff either. Building relationships, authenticity over professionalism. This goes into the North Star goal. Really, the goal to retention or the key to retention is to build relationships and make it so hard for the person to break up with you that they stay with you long term because they just like you as a person. I mean, realistically, that's, people buy with emotion and then they, justify logically. So if you can logically bring them an ROI and emotionally you can, give them some joy or connect with them, they're going to stay with you long term. And that feeds into keeping the most important thing. Remember the North Star goal. This is their vision. Remember to help them achieve their vision. That's our goal, is to help them achieve their vision. If not, we wouldn't be in this business. So we're problem solvers and we're going to help them achieve their vision, what keeps them up at night, their deepest desire, why they got into business in the first place. we're going to help be an instrumental piece in helping them to achieve that and finally put in the work that it's going to take in order to do that. Most people know what it's going to take. It's usually the simple outlying thing. A lot of times it's just volume or increase in budget, or just get out of their own way, or just let their team lead. And a lot of times it's not going to be us that uncovers that. It's going to be us that helps them to identify that and then to hold them accountable to actually achieving that. All right. So just always remember the North Star goal. And if you can reference it between each other, that's perfect. If the sales guy knows it, passes it off to the account manager, or client success, or even the media buyer, and then you mention it like, hey, this campaign's really taken off. It looks like you're going to be retired early, or it looks like you guys should go start looking for a lease at that other location, or you better book your tickets to Cabo, or, like if you know what their goal is, why they want to make the money, why they want to do the thing that they want to do, let's talk about the goal. Let's keep the goal the most important thing, because everything else is going to flow into that. Like beautiful emotions of change and growth and prosperity and abundance always overcome emotions of lack and fear and doubt. So when they're doubting, when they're fearing, when they're like, oh, this lead didn't answer and this person no-showed, you're going to be like, yeah, but you're going to be able to open another location soon. Yeah, you're going to be able to, this system's going to get you to that extra 10 car sales per month, which you told me is going to allow you to spend more time with your kids playing baseball. Like, we want to identify those things. Guys, I know this is about business and it's a lot about numbers and this and that, but I want to create impact on people's lives. Okay. And so this is how we can do that, by understanding what they truly desire. And it's different for everybody. Okay, it's different for everybody. Make sure that you know how to extract that information, and you'll see how people open up to you and you build an actual relationship with them where they're part of your network now. They want to help you, they want to refer you. And it really leads to some of the best client relationships and the most successful campaigns too, because they trust you, you can lead them and everything like that. Okay. That leads me to my next one. Always be innovating. This is a fast changing, fast moving industry, and we can't get stagnant. We have to be innovating. We have to be learning. We have to be implementing, and we have to be taking action at any point. So always take action, always innovate. And that goes with taking initiative and F perfect as well. If we mess up, we own it. We just take full accountability. Hey, that was our fault. That was our bad. We'll get that corrected. And if we do mess up, let's jump on it right away and do everything we can to be like, hey, we totally understand that is so messed up. Not two people can't be in the angry boat at the same time. So if somebody comes to you angry, hey, this lead doesn't do this and this and that and the other. Oh my gosh, man, are you serious? Like, nobody's picking up the phone, like nobody's answering. That's ridiculous. I mean, this campaign is literally sending people to pick up let me look into with my team. Let me see what we can do. I can't believe this. I know that we just launched this and you're really concerned and you want to make sure it works. And I know it's a big deal to you. Let me get with the team and make sure it's nothing on our end. Likely we just need to give this thing time, but I understand that's so frustrating. If you show them that, like, then they'll be like, oh, well, I get it. It takes time. Like, two people can't be in the angry boat. They're going to try to bring you down to the happy boat so they can get back in the angry boat. Okay. So, just kind of remember that, like really address the situation. If we mess up, oh, we didn't mean to send that. That was our mistake. 100%. We'll correct it. And when those things happen, seek out a little bit of counsel from somebody in the team. If it's a froggy situation, any way, shape, or form, just say, hey, I messed this up. How should I go about fixing this? And I'm happy to help you guys with that stuff. And I get it, things happen, but let's always try to be good. Let's always try to do things right the first time so we don't have to go back. But yeah, if we mess up, we own it. Outcome focused, effective, and efficient at delivering results. That's part of innovating and taking initiative. Always be effective and efficient at delivering results. So effectively deliver the results that we say that we're going to do. If we have a team call with them, we need to get the tasks scheduled or logged, and then we need to get the team working on those tasks right away. So make sure that we're always outcome focused as far as making sure that we're effectively and efficiently delivering the results that we promised. Make sure they're getting the lead notifications, make sure they're getting the text responses, make sure they're logged into the CRM, make sure that they're effectively getting the results that we're generating. Okay. And remember, guys, communication is on the burden of the communicator. Communication is the burden of the communicator, not the person that's being communicated to. It's your responsibility as someone in this organization, if you're communicating with a client, to make sure that you're leading the process. It's our responsibility. It's my responsibility to communicate clearly to you what you should do. If you don't do things 100% the way that I see it, it's up to me to make sure that you understand clearly what you're supposed to do. And if you don't, then that's my fault. Okay. So looking at things like this and taking accountability where it's due, knowing that, hey, it's on us to make sure that we're communicating clearly, and in order to allow the client to get effective and, consistent results, right? So just keep that in mind. Communication is so important with that. And then, of course, too, fun. Have a blast doing what you love. The goal is mastery at this. We're becoming master marketers, master copywriters, advertisers, graphic builders, client success communicators, problem solvers, marketers. The list goes, entrepreneurs, the list goes on, guys. So have fun, have a blast doing what you love. We're digital nomads. We work from a laptop in our underwear. Just kidding. I'm not in my underwear. But you wouldn't know if I was. But yeah, have fun, guys. This isn't that serious. It's just building people's business and millions of dollars, but it's nothing, not that big of a deal. Build, not grind. Always be building. What can we add on? What can we build? What can we produce versus grinding? Grinding, when you grind something down like a salt, you're grinding it down to its furthest point, and it just keeps getting smaller and smaller. So the act of grinding is literally to erode. Like, even if we just look it up right here, oh, it's giving me the yeah. Well, we're not gonna look it up. We'll do that a different day. But you guys get it. Grind puts it down to the finest. We want to be building it. We want to be building on top of what we want to do. Onboarding process overview. We talked about how to give clients a smooth onboarding experience. We're going to go into these specific retention, scaling, and different things in the next video. But this is a part that's all about expectation setting and what we do versus what they do. All right. So I hope that helps you guys with an overview. Let me know if you need anything else, and we will go over the rest of the stuff in the next video.